Thank you very much for joining me on this Thursday. I'm Brian Shields. I want to get right to this. I've been watching this. This is that strong tropical wave. I do believe it will develop. It's not necessarily going to come our way. I know a lot of the other channels want to make it look like everything is always going to come our way no matter what. It's still a wait and see, but I want to show you the steering conditions on this. What could bring it close to the Caribbean? What could keep it far away from the Caribbean? I'm watching Bermuda down the road as well. So I'm watching the steering conditions and the environmental conditions in this very carefully. But it is a healthy tropical wave despite the fact that there's a lot of dry air. So you see this map here. Look at this shading right here. All this orange shading here. This is the dry air at the mid-levels of the atmosphere above our head. In that, there's a lot of that Saharan dust. So in the short term, that helps prevent some development. But just because there's dry air and dust around doesn't mean the storms don't develop. As you get deeper into the hurricane season, they could kind of create their own environment and shield themselves away from that dust and develop. And down the road, as this wave moves more to the west and gets closer to the Caribbean, conditions will become more conducive for development. Hurricane Center seeing that as well, giving it a higher 40-50% chance of developing down the road. I do believe it will become a tropical storm. Now, how close does it get to the Caribbean? Let me do a couple things. First, the European model, then the American model, and then I want to show you the steering environment with this. Now, let's get a look at what we've got going on. Here's the European model. Here's the Caribbean. See this area of high pressure here? All you need to know about that is it acts like a fence. It's a blocker. So it's right here. So we've got this tropical wave here. It can't go to the north because look at that. The fence is right there. The blocker is right there. So this is by the time we get into Friday morning. Here's the Caribbean. European model is not developing this quickly. Just still a strong tropical wave at this point, but we've got that area of high pressure to the north, so it's still trekking off to the west. It can't sneak up to the north, but as we go out in time, look how things evolve. Now watch this fence here and watch this tropical wave here. Look what happens. Let me bring you into the weekend. I'll bring you into Sunday. So as we work our way into Sunday, this blocker shifts a little bit more off to the east. That gives this a window to go to the north. These things want to go poleward. They want to go to the north. That's how things work on the globe. So we have the Caribbean here. High pressure slides away, and it gives it an opportunity to miss the Caribbean and lift to the north. Plus, there's a trough in here. Think about that as another kind of fence, a front, if you will, and that kind of nudges this thing as well. So that would allow this right here, whatever it is. Again, European model sometimes wants to make it a tropical storm, sometimes just keeps it a strong tropical disturbance. But whatever it is, it would kind of split it. So you'd have this trough or fence right here, and that in turn would protect the United States from a system that would be moving in. High pressure over here, and then what would happen would be this would just kind of split it right in between and try to curve out to sea. Now, my friends in Bermuda and even eventually Canada, keeping a very close eye on that. I want to get back to this in just a second to break down what this exactly means and what I'm watching. Okay, so that's the European model. It's not making this a hurricane at this point. But again, a very healthy tropical wave that could become a tropical storm. Now, here's the American model. Here we are in the Caribbean, the Bahamas right here, watching this tropical wave here later today. Again, short term, next couple days. I don't expect it to spin up into a system, into a name system because, as I showed you, that dry air. But you see here, by the time we get into Saturday morning, again, a very healthy tropical wave. This model is saying, hey, it's going to be done with the dry air a little bit sooner. And it does want to make this a tropical storm as it gets close to the Caribbean. And this model has it get a little bit closer as a whole to the Caribbean. You see here a kind of a closer approach by the time we get in late on Sunday. At this point on Sunday, the American model has it either as a tropical depression or a tropical storm, a classified system, missing the northeast Caribbean, just staying up to the northeast, but it's shown kind of a tail of action from Trinidad, even Venezuela, up through Grenada of some heavier rain. What's happening here is it has this front to the north a little bit slower, so that allows it to get closer to the Caribbean, and then eventually high pressure moves off, this front moves in, and it makes that turn closer to Bermuda though, so keeping a very close eye on Bermuda. It's really going to hinge on the front back to the west. The timing in the strength of this front. If this front comes in very quickly and on the stronger side, that is going to allow this to make a quicker turn. But if this front here that is trying to protect the United States and Bermuda gets a little bit slower, kind of drags itself slower, that would allow this system to get closer to the Caribbean. So point being, I'm watching the timing and the strength of that trough up there and watching the strength of that area of high pressure that again acts as a fence. Got you covered clearly. Now, if this system were to get a name, the next name on the list is Emily. Now, of course, if something else were to pop up, it would get the next name, but not seeing anything that's definitely going to pop up. Next name on the list, either way, is Emily, Franklin, and Gert after this. And this could become Tropical Storm Emily with a close approach to the Caribbean. Now, here's what's going on closer over toward the Bahamas, the big blob of rain. This is kind of a little weak tropical disturbance, if you will, trying to move through. That's going to move through Florida, increase the chance of rain in Florida tomorrow and the weekend, and then move into the Gulf of Mexico. I'm watching it. Gulf of Mexico, very warm, but not seeing any signs of development out of that. But I'll keep you covered on that. And then this here across the Caribbean, this is that old tropical wave moving by. And by the way, what is interesting with this was labeled 95L several days ago. This tropical wave, not seeing signs of development, but once it gets into the Pacific side, which is also very, very warm, it may actually develop. So we may see this tropical wave move through the Caribbean, jump over into the Pacific, and then develop into a system. It would take on a Pacific name at that point. But it has brought some of the scattered showers to parts of Jamaica. I've been watching over toward the Cayman Islands. Forecast has been right on track. We had some rain yesterday as well over in Haiti. Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Cuba today. The scattered showers with this tropical wave and still some of the moisture around. Trinidad, we've already had some of the showers. Now, watch what happens. Heads up in Honduras and Nicaragua. If you have friends, family there, please share this channel. We are going to see some pockets of flooding the next couple of days. Really by tomorrow, as the tropical wave moves in, lots of rain, possibility of some landslides with a higher terrain. Please be careful at the river crossings. We're going to see a higher chance of rain parts of Central America tomorrow. Still scattered showers elsewhere, and I'll get to some of the forecasts in a second. And of course, wetter again over toward Florida as that tropical disturbance moves off. But look at this. By the time we get into Saturday, Belize, we're going to see the chance of rain pick up. My friends in Guatemala, the chance of rain picks up. Here is that flood threat again as we work our way into tomorrow and on Saturday and even on Sunday. So a heads up, parts of Central America, we're going to get some flooding moving in. Now here's a closer look, couple day rain totals in Jamaica. We're not looking at super high totals. The rain's going to be kind of scattered. Lots of blue on the map. Some spots around 25 millimeters or an inch of rain. Could see higher in some spots, but hey, we will take anything. We need the rain. We need the rain in the Cayman Islands. Same thing. Some spots, 25 millimeters of rain or about an inch of rain. Now, as we get over toward the Pacific side, there could be a little bit of a development, but not a lot over the next couple days. It's actually going to be this tropical wave in the Caribbean that will eventually move into the Pacific and could develop as it moves away from Mexico. So I'll keep you up to date on that. But Jamaica today, forecast on track. Again, about a 50% chance of the scattered showers and storms. Same thing as we work our way into the Cayman Islands with that tropical wave. Rain chance on Saturday, it goes way up in Belize, especially southern and central Belize. We'll see even some isolated flooding. The Bahamas, wet at times today. Again, the focus, the northern and central Bahamas for that rain. Turks and Caicos, a 50% chance today and a 40% chance for tomorrow. St. Lucia, rain chance bouncing around, a little higher on Saturday, about a 50% chance. And of course, watching the tropical development just to the east over the next few days. Barbados, rain chance 50% tomorrow and Saturday. As we work our way into Trinidad and Tobago, some scattered showers around today, and we'll see that pattern the next few days. There's another little tropical wave that'll try to sneak in on Saturday before the bigger one trying to develop back behind it. So rain chance bumps up on Saturday. Dominica, 40% chance for today. Rain chance going up in Grenada by Saturday. We're up to a 60% chance with that first tropical wave. Same thing, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 50% chance tomorrow, 60% chance on Saturday. Guadeloupe and Martinique, rain chance bumps up to about a 50% chance as we kick off the weekend. Puerto Rico, rain chance about 30 to 40% the next few days, about a 30% chance. U.S. and British Virgin Islands. We get back through the Dominican Republic, rain chance today 50%. Scattered showers and storms stay in the forecast tomorrow in through the weekend. Rain chance 40% today in Haiti. And again for tomorrow, limited chance of rain. Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, rain chance 10, 20%. Slight chance of a passing shower over the next few days. St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Kitts will have about a 40% chance of rain on Saturday, even over toward Montserrat, and about a 20 to 30% chance Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda, I'm watching this big tropical wave very closely, northeastern Caribbean, to see just how close it gets. Same thing in Anguilla, rain chance 30% on Saturday, but all eyes on what's building off to the east. St. Martin, Saba, Statia, rain chance holding at an even 30% and about a 30 to 40% chance as we swing back through northern Venezuela. Costa Rica, rain chance higher today. We've already had some rain around in some spots. Guyana, 50 to 60% chance today through the weekend. Same thing as we work our way into Suriname, a 60% chance of rain on Saturday. But I mentioned Guatemala, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador. Again, that chance of flooding as we get into tomorrow and Saturday. So we've got this tropical wave that is going to try to develop out there. I'm watching those steering conditions that I covered for you in depth at the beginning of this video. Also watching the rain near the Bahamas, Cuba, and Florida with that tropical disturbance that is not showing any signs of development. And Saturday near Trinidad and parts of the Eastern Caribbean, there's another little tropical wave, not the main one, but that is going to kick up that rain chance. So again, it's getting busy out there, but that's normal. That is normal for this time of year. That is why I do this channel. I will keep you covered, got you covered. Thank you for subscribing, liking the video, spreading the word about this channel. It is a weather community for you. I hope you have a good rest of your day.